Christmas Eve, and we are in the kitchen, starting in the kitchen, with an Italian Christmas recipe, lasagna, panettone. Those are just some of the classic dishes that are served at an Italian Christmas party, right?
Absolutely.
Cindy, we're here with Cindy Barbieri. She's from cindystable.com. Cindy, it's always nice to have you, and it always smells amazing when you're here.
Oh, I love being here. And before I start this amazing recipe, I just want to thank D&D Market in Hartford. They donated all this food for us, and they have the best quality. And they're opening a new store in Wethersfield, so they're even closer to you here, so you definitely have to go check them out. And as an Italian, Christmas Eve is always the fishes, the 7 fishes, so we have a lot of seafood. And Christmas is the Italian dinner, and my Nana and I always made lasagna together and meatballs, so I just have so many amazing memories being with my Nana in her kitchen, and I cherish them to this day, even now. And I love to cooking with my kids. So what I did here to make the lasagna is you want a nice thick bolognese, and the meat here that was made fresh at D&D is beef, pork, and veal, and that's a traditional bolognese for lasagna as well as for meatballs.
Oh, really?
Okay?
So it's not just the ground beef?
No, we add and it just gives it so much more flavor. So what I did is I already started cooking this by sauteing up the meat, and then I added some onions and lots of garlic, some great fresh herbs, and a can of San Marzano tomatoes, which are Italian tomatoes, the paste, which helped thicken the sauce. So we want a nice, hearty sauce.
You definitely, those tomatoes, those are Italian tomatoes. You want to make sure you get those?
Italian tomatoes. You want them, they're just sweet. They go so great with your sauce. A little bit of salt and pepper, but it's just, people will know if you've made tomato sauce with San Marzano tomatoes.
Really?
You will know. If you serve an Italian, they'll say, Ashley, you got the San Marzano.
Wow.
So what I'm doing here is I do have a slotted spoon, and I'm going to use that in a minute. But first, we have to start our lasagna with the bottom layer. So
now, the sauce, just because you made that, it's been simmering, how long do you want it to simmer to kind of let all the flavors cook together?
I've been simmering this for an hour. So the longer you simmer it, and you want to taste it, when I was a little girl, we would stand over the stove and dip the Italian bread in it to taste it. Oh. So by the time we ate dinner, we were kind of full.
I'm not Italian, but I love Italian food.
And dipping it. So you want to taste because you want to add more ingredients in it. So I have my first layer. Now, my Nana would kill me if she knew I was using no-bake, no-boil lasagna noodles. But it's so easy, and they're really good. So if you don't want to make an extra mess where
But then you have more time with your family.
You have more time with your family. So we do have these. So we just start with one layer, and look how easy that was. So my first layer is done. So now I'm going to take my slotted spoon, because what I really want is this next layer to be all meat. I want it to be a lot of my meat, because I'm going to save the sauce for the top. So see how I just add this?
That's a really unique trick there. So you want to make sure that you're not putting all the sauce and the juice in the middle.
Exactly. You want it up on the top.
It seems like it's a great recipe to make with kids, because it's layering, and they could lay down the noodles.
Absolutely. I make this with my granddaughter. Her and I love to cook together in the kitchen. She's 8 years old. And her and I love to cook. She already called me yesterday and said, "Are you making meatballs for Christmas?"
That is so great.
So you can add the next layer.
Oh, okay.
And while you do that, this is ricotta cheese, whole milk ricotta cheese. It's the holidays. We're not going to cut any corners.
No, of course not.
I don't know why, but my Nana always told me to put an egg in the ricotta cheese.
You do what your Nana tells you.
You do whatever she says, you do it. So we're just going to mix this in. A little bit of salt and pepper. And then I like the green, so I add parsley. And I add a lot. I add a couple tablespoons.
Okay.
Because you want that green with that layer.
Yeah.
It just looks so pretty. It's the Christmas time.
Yeah,
and then
it's adding the color
to it. Of course, Parmesan cheese. We'll just add, I like adding a lot.
And you mix it all together.
Mix it all together.
So I noticed that you did the first layer was sauce, and then just the meat. And then sauce, and then noodles, and then meat, and then noodles, but no cheese yet.
The cheese is going to go now. So if you want to do the cheese, I'll let you do the cheese. So now we're going to add a nice layer, of the cheese.
I've never made lasagna.
You've never made lasagna,
No,
Ashley?
you know what? It's one of those things. I love to cook, but it's always intimidated me, and I love to eat it.
Look how easy this is. And with the no-boil noodles, it even makes it easier, because we don't have to get another pan and boil the noodles. But if you're a traditional Italian, go ahead and boil the noodles.
Whatever you want to do,
whatever works for you.
Well, Cindy, you're inspiring me. I'm definitely going to make lasagna, because who doesn't like it? I know.
Now, depending on the size of your dish, you can make another layer, but this isn't really that deep of a dish. And I think 1 layer of meat and 1 layer of cheese is fine.
Okay, is that good?
That's good, yeah. So next we're going to do is just add our last layer.
All right. Oh, okay, so no sauce now.
No sauce now. We just want the cheese. Now I'm going to use my regular spoon, because I want some sauce on here.
There is a method to this.
There is a
we want
method
it to be like Cindy's grandma, or is it your Nana?
My Nana,
Your
yes,
Nana.
my Nana. This is how she made it.
Then we want to make sure we make it
So
just
I'll
like
let you do the rest of this.
Okay,
and
so
then-
we're going to finish this up, Cindy. But
Okay.
we're going to be back with you later on in the
Okay.
show. We're going to finish up the lasagna. We'll show you the finished product because we're going to be making a dessert.
Panettone French toast breakfast.
Breakfast.
Yes.
Even better. Perfect. Or you can have it for dessert too
Oh,
if you
you can
want.
have it
I guess.
anytime you want, yes.
So we'll be back with you to make that. Thanks so
sounds
much,
great.
Cindy. We'll finish this up. But for now,